Russell Westbrook has consistently been considered a subject of discussion, particularly following his signing with the Los Angeles Lakers last offseason. Despite the Lakers' claim that they realized exactly what they were aspiring to accomplish, numerous supporters expressed conflicting feelings about it. They felt Westbrook would relieve LeBron James of the burden he was under, giving him additional recuperation and some period. They also believed Westbrook would become a team player who would not shoot quite so many reckless, boneheaded, repeated attempts, and that he would perform a key role in leading the team to more NBA titles. However, some fans continue to wonder if he is more of a burden than a fix. Russell Westbrook received the most eccentric interference statement ever, with multiple unpredictable comments lambasting his playing method and claiming those movements don't complement the squad. Is Russell Westbrook the remedy to the Lakers' problem? Or perhaps the Lakers aren't a better match for him? Let's have a look. Although Westbrook has improved since the beginning of this league, some are still questioning whether he seems additionally like a burden than a remedy for the Lakers. And the same is demanding him to be traded, with this becoming increasingly common. A few stated that the Lakers were never a better choice for him, that his game is suffering, and that it's affecting all the team and the fans. When people saw him, there was a lot of enthusiasm. A couple of Westbrook's stats. Westbrook produced 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists during his first match with the lavender and gold color, but he also had 4 errors. But I suppose this was not a terrible performance for his first match. Westbrook's possession dilemma was a clear indicator that he was trying to adapt his game and become somewhat more of a contributing, distributing player. Just Carmelo Anthony's and Davis's outstanding performance kept the Lakers from losing to the Charlotte Hornets, following humiliating losses to the Thunder and Blazers. You need to remind me how often the Russell shot, the blunders he committed, and how he played defense, everything. I understand, they're lovely, beautiful figures, and individuals go into the game for those type of qualities. But I've never gotten one to give the triple-double a great deal of consideration, said the manager and pundit. Westbrook is currently earning 19.6 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 8.1 assists per match, with an average of 4.6 mistakes a match, down from 5 he had previously. What's Russell's recent status right now? In the final moments of the Lakers' defeat to the Brooklyn Nets, Westbrook missed the sight of the player he engaged, Patty Mills, in a performance that will stand remembered in Lakers history. Here is simply one of Westbrook's numerous defensive lapses. He hasn't enhanced his dominant play, which is harming the LA Lakers' lack possession. They dominated the NBA in defensive strategy when they claimed the NBA championship 2 times in 2 previous seasons. Put bluntly, if their talented players don't strengthen their offense, they won't make it to the playoffs. In addition, Westbrook isn't relieving LeBron of his responsibilities as planned. James continues to play pretty much the full match. Russell Westbrook and the squad refuses to work out, even though the shooting guard not only fails to fit into the starting lineup when LeBron James and Anthony Davis are next to him, but also fails to show any leadership whenever the big dogs aren't on the court. He has to show the reason he was recruited by the California squad. What's next for Westbrook? He has a knack for triple-doubles and is without a dispute the master of triple-doubles. However, a triple-double somehow doesn't automatically imply a fantastic performance. Nobody questions the analytical significance of triple-doubles in basketball, and many people assume that this data indicates an all-full-stars performance. Russell's 186 triple-doubles have earned him the title of number 1 in the NBA, overtaking the famous Oscar Robertson, even though others, such as Stan Van Gundy, criticize his significance in the attempts to win matches and titles. There's a substantial disparity between 15 points and 35 points respectively, Van Gundy stated through Mark Medina. The margin between 10 and 18 rebounds is significant. The disparity between 10 and 17 contributions is significant. I'm not sure if a triple-double is a good indication of a fantastic performance. At key times, Westbrook lacked leadership. Los Angeles' misfortunes hasn't stopped since the beginning of the 2021-2022 NBA season, and that has largely been due to LeBron James' absence, who's down with severe abdominal discomfort, and Anthony Davis with gastrointestinal difficulties. Anyway, Westbrook hasn't stepped in to fill in for his teammates. Ship out or step up. Westbrook is attempting fewer three-pointers and making additional deliveries, and he's aiming to be more intelligent, but he is nonetheless missing in major aspects. He's scoring a decent amount and producing a lot of triple-doubles, yet LA can get all those kinds of stats from several other players in the NBA. Simply say, Westbrook isn't contributing sufficiently and isn't as active on both ends of the court as he should be. When he joined the Lakers, there was great hopes for this champ. He might not have been the player the Lakers require, but he isn't as horrible as he has been portrayed. Some people call him a jerk and claim that the deal for him was illogical. However, this isn't accurate and is just being unnecessarily cruel. There is still time to make changes. Is it necessary for him to start every game? Should someone assist him in realizing his maximum potential? We would have to wait for the coach to make tough decisions regarding Westbrook. However, some NBA analysts have an intriguing hypothesis about Russ. Perhaps it isn't Westbrook who is responsible for this inconsistent play, but rather someone different. He's not having a much poorer year this year than he's ever had in previous years, which isn't a positive factor. Admittedly, he hasn't always been the best point guard, notably from the three-point line. Unfortunately, the Lakers didn't make the playoffs, and as expected, Westbrook has refused to take the blame for the poor season. Of course, it would be unfair to outrightly blame him for the poor season. His trade could ultimately be the straw that broke the camel's back. If the team fails to move Westbrook very soon, maybe during the offseason, or even during the trade deadline next season, there is no doubt that the Lakers will not be a title contender next season. But does Westbrook share the same sentiment about leaving the team? While he has shared cryptic messages on his social media accounts, we believe that his pride and ego could stop him from going into free agency. Also, we believe that he wouldn't be willing to just opt out of a deal worth over $47.1 million. That's quite a lot of money to walk away from. Instead, the star player could opt into this deal and ask for a direct trade during the offseason. But would this even be possible? Well, the doubt is very much real because, let's face it, Westbrook doesn't have any real market value at the moment, and if the Lakers decide to move him, they just might not get favorable deals. If this fails to happen, the best team will do is to force him out of games and eventually dump him to any team when the deadline comes. Bill Simmons, in fact, believes that this is exactly what will happen to Westbrook. He believes that Westbrook will wait around until the team chooses to pay him, despite not playing any games. He then suggests that there will probably be a team desperate enough to snatch him up, and that's the best we could probably hope for Westbrook. But on the flip side, it's not totally impossible to trade Westbrook this summer. It's just going to be a really difficult trade. Anyway, the team would want to trade future assets so they could get Westbrook's contract off the books. If they try to buy Westbrook out, this also might not work out for two reasons. First, the Lakers team would still be forced to carry his cap hit for a year, as I mentioned earlier. LA could then try to buy Westbrook out before the season, but that does not make sense for two reasons. First, the Lakers would still carry his cap hit for an entire year, and second, Westbrook has a basketball ego that would likely keep him from accepting a buyout. What terrifies people when they see you with the ball? The three-point shot does not scare Russell Westbrook when he possesses the ball. Russell could shoot consistent threes all day if you let him. But it's the drive that makes him nervous because if he could drive through you, as he can around most people, you're in trouble. At the glass, he'll kill the game. You're going to cry on him. He'll slam it, and if you attempt to overlap or return it too quickly, he will commence the completely open three, which includes the pull-up, wide open, and mid-range. Do you think the Lakers should trade Westbrook? Everyone believes that the Lakers will keep believing in Westbrook and that his mates would rally around him to help him eventually feel more at ease, particularly considering LeBron was the one who brought him on a month back. However, if the Lakers' record remains low, it will be an opportunity to explore a deal. Westbrook's combination of triple-doubles without becoming a significant differentiator doesn't work in Los Angeles, and James and the Lakers desire more league championship crowns at any expense. Did you enjoy watching this video? Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button as more entertaining videos are on the way.